What's up, everyone? It's Francis Undead. Today I will be presenting another IELTS speaking test walkthrough to you. So as you can see here, we have a sample question on part one. You will be asked, how often do you make telephone calls? Why or why not? What do you spend most time talking on the telephone? Why or why not? When do you think you will next make a telephone call? Why? Do you sometimes prefer to send a text message instead of telephoning? Why or why not? So yeah, how often do I make telephone calls? That depends on the circumstances. For example, when I am at work, pretty much I will have to make at least 30 phone calls per day to talk to my customers, talk to my superiors, as well as my my parents. Sometimes I'll have to update my parents on my recent activities. So yeah, it's quite often, but it still depends on the circumstances. So yeah, and then who do I spend most time talking to the telephone? As I said, most of the time, I spend most of my telephone time with my customers, with my superiors, with my families, really my friends. But just in case I got an urgent matter to discuss with my friends, then I will give them a call as soon as possible. So when do I think I will be making a telephone call? Probably tomorrow, because now I'm not working, so I'm not working at the moment. So I expect to make my next phone call tomorrow morning. And do I sometimes prefer to send a text message instead of telephoning? Why or why not? Yes, almost definitely I will prefer to send a text message instead of phoning my friends. It's just only when it comes to a prioritized message that I need to send to my friends, I will have to call them ASAP. So probably, yeah, that's all for part one. So let us proceed to part two. Part two, describe a journey by car, plane, boat that you remember well. You should say where you went, how you traveled, why you went on the journey, and explain why you remember this journey well. Yes. So first of all, you will be asked to write down some notes on a piece of paper, and let's say yes, I in 2012, I made a trip to Japan by airplane. That took about 12 hours, flying from Sydney to Tokyo, Narita airport. And yeah, and then I met with my teammates in Shinagawa hotel, and we went to Shinjuku. We went to Harajuku by train. Actually, it's by by the city rail, the the Japanese version of the city rail. So why we went on the journey? Yes. Why I went on the journey? Because I basically needed an escape from my studies. That after a long time of hard working on my incoming engineering exams, that took its toll. I felt exhausted, and I grew tired of Sydney. So that's why I needed an escape to a country that is not Australia, not Singapore, not China, not U.S. So yeah, and why I remember this journey quite well. Yes, because it was the journey that it was the very first time that I went to um, to Japan. So I made some friends there, and I got a chance to experience to experience Japan, face to face. So yeah, that's probably all about part two. So let's move on to part three. Reasons for daily travel, or benefits for international travel. Uh, you can see the example questions here. What do you think people can learn from traveling to another countries? Why can you travel? Can travel make a positive difference to the economy of a country? How do you think a society can benefit if its members have experience of traveling to other countries? In what ways? So first of all, yes. Do I think people can learn from traveling to other countries? Yes, certainly. Absolutely, yeah. If say if you are an if you were a Caucasian, uh, natively born in the States, or in Australia, or in Canada, or in UK, it definitely benefit. It definitely well, you will definitely be be benefited, or you will definitely learn a lot of things by traveling to, especially Asian countries such as Singapore, China, Japan, as well as etc. So yeah, that's pretty much all about that question. So can travel make a positive difference to the economy of a country, of a certain country? Yes, definitely. For example, there are lots of Chinese, you know, Chinese, Chinese, uh, uh, Chinese visitors to Australia. They have they drive the economy to to a very large extent. They created they create jobs, for young for young unemployed Aussies, such as you know restaurant jobs, uh, ho- um, hotel jobs, in the in the hospitality industry, as well as IT industry. Once there are lots of international travelers, they may as well stay in that certain country to study in the long term, and better yet, they will they will attempt to gain a long term stay visa, and that can create drive for the economy, and in other words, it can benefit the economy for certain. So yeah. So do you think a society can benefit if its members have experience of traveling to other countries? In what ways? Yes. First of all, once more people can afford an overseas travel, they can contribute to the domestic domestic economy, as well as the overseas economy too, because say once you buy a air ticket, that creates drive for both economies, because once you pay money for the air tickets, that when you buy an air ticket, that means you make a purchase of things more than just a ticket, such as your travel insurance, your hotel accommodation, as well as many events that has to be booked in prior to your travel. So yeah, I suppose that should be the end of this IELTS speaking test walkthrough. I hope you have enjoyed. If you do need a personal tailored test walkthrough, please let us know, and we will give you a reasonable quote for your personal IELTS test, IELTS speaking test, IELTS reading, as well as writing test, online tutoring session. So please feel free to make a comment, subscribe, and share, and we shall see you on the next IELTS speaking test walkthrough. Peace out.